The Thursday of week 2, based on Luke chapter 8, verses 40 to 56. Jesus returned. A large crowd was waiting for him and welcomed him back. A man named Jairus, a ruler of the synagogue, came and fell down in front of his feet. He pleaded with him to come to his house, because he had an only daughter, 12 years old, who was dying. So they set off, and the crowd pressed close in around him. There was a woman who had had an internal hemorrhage for 12 years. She had spent all she had on doctors, but had not been able to find a cure from anyone. She came up behind Jesus and touched the hem of his robe. Immediately her flow of blood dried up. "Who touched me?" asked Jesus. Everybody denied it. "Master," said Peter, "the crowds are crushing you and pressing you." "Somebody touched me," said Jesus. "Power went out from me, and I knew it." When the woman saw that she couldn't remain hidden, she came up trembling and fell down in front of him. She told him in front of everyone why she had touched him and how she had been healed instantly. "Daughter," Jesus said, "your faith has saved you. Go in peace." While he was still speaking, someone arrived from the synagogue ruler's house. "Your daughter's dead," he said. "Don't bother the teacher any longer." "Don't be afraid," said Jesus when he heard it. "Just believe, and she will be rescued." When they got to the house, he didn't let anyone come in with him except Peter, John, and James, and the child's father and mother. Everyone was weeping and wailing for her. "Don't cry," said Jesus. "She isn't dead. She's asleep." They laughed at him, knowing that she was dead. But he took her by the hand. "Get up, child," he called. Her spirit returned, and she got up at once. He told them to give her something to eat. Her parents were astounded, but he told them to tell nobody what had happened. Another double story. This one may be easier to live inside and make our own. We in the modern Western world are used to comparatively sedate behavior and crowd control, but there was nothing sedate or controlled about people when Jesus was around. We have to imagine a seething, pushing crowd, like people spilling out of a football ground or like shoppers at the beginning of a great sale. Everyone wants to get close to where they think the action is. Here you are in the middle of that crowd, a bit nervous of being pushed off your feet, but determined to get close to Jesus if you can. Then suddenly he wheels around and asks a question, "Who touched me?" Well, you think, I wish it had been me, because I was trying to get close enough. But his followers are protesting, shaking their heads at him, shrugging their shoulders. "What do you mean, who touched you? Everyone's touching you. What part of 'this is a crowd' don't you understand?" "No," says Jesus, "I want to know who touched me. I felt power go out from me." That is the point in the story, or rather the first point in the story, where we ought to pause and pray. Even those of us who've been Christians for many years find it easy to lapse back into thinking of Jesus as basically just another great teacher, even as the one who died for us. But the thought that he had that kind of power and was conscious of it going out from him, that's hard to imagine, but worth pondering because it's still true, and you never know when you are going to need it. Better to stay close to him all the time. So the woman comes and confesses. She had been afraid because with her ailment she was unclean, and she must have known that by pushing through the crowd like that, she'd made everyone she touched unclean as well, particularly Jesus. But with Jesus it didn't work like that. Here's the thing, the point at which our prayers should be focused. By ordinary rules, we should make him unclean, pressing upon him with our messy and muddled lives. But when we come to Him in faith, it works the other way. His power makes us clean again. That's near the very heart of the gospel. Come in faith. That's the challenge all through. We go with Jesus to Jairus' house. We hear the servant saying there's no point, the little girl is dead. We wait outside the door as Jesus goes in, and then it happens again. Power and glory, new life. So today, remember, don't be afraid, Jesus had said, just believe. Is this the moment to stop in your tracks, to face your fears and give them to Jesus? Trust Him, and His power can and will bring new life where it's needed.